Okay, hello everyone. My name is Rebecca. I am a mom to 3 children, 18 and a half, 13 and a half, and 12 years old. I am a teacher by profession, a language teacher, and I'm also an artist and a baker. Today is the 29th of December 2020, and at this exact date and moment, 10 years ago, I was on my way back to Kenya with my 3 children. I had lived abroad for 14 plus years and had gotten married there. And on this 29th December 2010, my marriage came to an end and I came back home. When I came, I had nothing. I came back with just a suitcase with my clothes and of course my 3 children and their clothes, but apart from that, I had nothing else. I had no house, I had no husband, and of course we associate husbands to a status. I had no status. I felt like I had no identity. I wasn't a Mrs., I wasn't a Miss. I had no income and I had no friends. Everything I had built up abroad came crumbling down and I found myself back home at square zero. I went through a period of depression. I was very sad. I cried a lot. I had terrible headaches constantly. And I used to see, I used to have hallucinations. I would see snakes all over. I would wake up thinking that day would be the last of my days, that I would die by the end of the day. It was a very unstable way of living. I hated myself a lot. I questioned myself a lot. And I thought that I did not deserve to live because of this total change of life. I thank God for my family, who are up to today my support system, and specifically my sister and my mom, who carried me through. And when I say carrying me through, sometimes it was literally carrying me through. I remember once my sister took me and put me on her laps and started rocking me the way we rock a child, begging me not to cry. I felt very useless. I felt worthless. And a journey of being a single mom began. I had never ever known what it was like to be a single mom, bring children up alone, have the title of a divorced woman in an African setting. And I can assure you it was not easy. I started a journey of healing. And in my healing process, I realized that I needed to discover myself. Who am I? I had, if there's one thing I can say I made a mistake on, is expecting that a man defines me, that society defines me, that marriage defines me. But I did not define myself, or rather discover myself and live life fully and fulfill my purpose. So as I tried to come to terms with what had happened and the divorce and everything, I also started a journey of discovering myself. Who am I? Apart from being a mother, a professional, an artist, a friend, a person who is engaged in a lot of social activities in the society. Who am I? Who is Rebecca? And that's where the journey began. It wouldn't have been easy to discover myself without digging into my past as a child and understanding the values and the things that I was taught. Sometimes it involved unlearning things that I learned. I had to unlearn so that I could learn again. I'm grateful to professionals that helped me. I had to see a psychologist. I had to see a pastor, actually pastors, and try to understand the spiritual meaning of all that I was going through and actually understand my identity from a spiritual point of view. And I had to start now reconstructing everything from scratch, finding new friends, finding new activities, finding a new house, a job, and starting a new life. Now, today is 10 years, exactly 10 years. And I can say humbly that I have been able to find back many of the things that I lost. I have a house, I have friends, I have a lot of things. I've built up even a strong support system apart from my family. I have friends who stand by me. I have discovered my purpose, and I am fully engaged in making change in society because I know who I am. So today, I am at this space whereby I feel very grateful. 10 years down the line. And I feel that those 10 years, much as they were very difficult and painful, have shaped me into the woman I am today. I have discovered my strengths and my weaknesses, and I have made peace with them. My strengths, I have really exploited them to bring out the best, to impact the society, my children, my family. And as for my weaknesses, I have tried to work on them to be a better person. And what I cannot change, I have made peace with it. I have discovered what are my likes and dislikes, what can I put up with, and what can I not put up with. I have discovered that a man should not define me. Actually, the greatest mistake I made, and I say that that's what part of what led to the end of my marriage, is that I walked into my marriage hoping that this man who I got married to would define, would complete me, would make me a complete woman. And that's a total mistake. We should not walk into relationships half. We should walk in whole, a total person who knows who they are, who knows what they want in life. And today I know who I am. And I realize that today my real identity should not be Mrs. or Miss, or being associated to the father of my children, but it should be me. Who am I as Rebecca? So today, on 29th December 2020, I am so grateful. I must say that I am grateful to God. I do not think I would have gone through this journey by my own. We are in a society where people question religion, and I am not here to judge or question them. But for me, there are things that could not be explained humanly speaking. How would I explain that I had put in a lot of effort into being an upright woman, walking into marriage upright and everything, and the marriage crumbles down? I had to find explanations to some things. The spiritual aspect of the marriage, I had to find a connection with God and ask Him questions. And one of the questions I asked God is, why me? I know I'm not perfect. I know I've made mistakes, but why me? I would look around in the village and see women who are really having the wrong lives and mistreating their husbands and having just everything the opposite of what a marriage needs. Yet they were there with their husbands. And I asked God, why me? Why did it happen to me? Why didn't you prevent it? But I realized that whys do not help us to heal. Sometimes some situations are left unanswered for a time so that we can be able to heal. So that when the questions are answered, we are able to handle the answers. So of course, I did not get all my answers, but I thank God, because what He made me feel is that I am loved. That God loved me even right from the bottom where I was. He loved me, He cared for me, and He still does. And feeling that a feeling of love and being cared for helped me to take the next step of loving myself. I realized that actually I did not love myself the way I ought to. And today I laugh, and I laugh because I tell myself, how could I have expected a man to love me and I didn't love myself? I mean, it doesn't make sense. I needed to learn to love myself, to look at myself in the mirror, to appreciate who I am with all my flaws and all my whatever I saw on the mirror. I needed to look at that and love my face and love my body and love my person, who I am deep within. I had to learn to love myself. And this self-love has really brought a lot of peace deep within me. Today, I am still a single mom, and I always tell myself that I do not need somebody else to come and love me so that I may experience that feeling of, yeah, you know, nimependwa, I'm loved. I love myself. God loves me, and my family loves me. I realize that family is very important. There are these people who will stand by you no matter what. When you're broken, when you're rejected, when people are talking about you out there, laughing at your failures, laughing at your downfall, there are these people who will stand by you, who will tell you you can live again, who will tell you you can do it again, who will tell you, no, this is the beginning of another chapter. You need not give up. There are times when I would cry 10 years ago, and I would ask God to bring back my husband. And I remember my mom told me, stop praying such prayers. You need not ask for your husband back. Love yourself, be happy, you're back home. You may not have a house, but you have a home. You may not have wealth, but you have a family that will stand by you. So 10 years later, I'm very happy at the space where I am at. I feel complete. I feel complete, and this feeling of being complete is not because of my professional achievements or because of my family achievements, but just that feeling deep within me that I'm a complete person, that I am a strong woman, that I am a person who is important, that I am fulfilling my purpose on earth. So that's why today is a very symbolic day for me. I am grateful. I'm grateful to God, grateful to my family. I am so grateful to my children who all through the years have stood by me. We've stood together. I'm also grateful to the father of my children. 10 years later, I have learned to see him differently. I have learned to stop making bad prayers upon him and wishing he's dead, but praying that he lives long enough so that my children can have their daddy, can have somebody they can run to, can have somebody who they can share with. And also for me, I have a co-parent, somebody we parent with, and I pray, he's in my prayer list. I pray that he has good health, that he lives a long life. I have no feelings of pain anymore, hatred towards him. All that has disappeared. In 10 years, I have a lot of respect for him. I have learned also that through giving, sometimes when we are going through pain, we hold back, we have a huge pity party, and we just dwell in the pain we are going through. But I realize that through giving to society, even the little that you have, you experience a deep healing. Some inner peace settles down. For me, I have lately been very involved, the last 3 years, very involved in helping students in high schools to be able to access material in French. Actually, in one of the schools in Nairobi, we were able to collect books, ask for donations of French books, novels and manuals and all that in French, and open and start from scratch a library where all the books are entirely French. And I'm very happy because I was part of the crew that made this happen. Actually, I am the one who initiated that project. And I am so grateful for many other things we've been able to do. being involved in children's homes, being involved in individual people's lives who are going through challenges, and telling people, hey, you can make it in life. If I am here today, then you can be here today. So whoever may be listening to me today, my message is that there is always hope. As long as there is life, there is hope. As long as you're breathing, you can live again. You can dream again. You can thrive again. You may have lost things. Maybe in this corona season, you lost your wealth. Maybe you lost your marriage like me. Maybe you lost investments. You've lost a lot. And maybe you're going through that time of feeling like, what more is there to life? Maybe you're going through depression. Maybe you're wondering, where do I start reconstructing now that I've lost everything and everything is lying down there in pieces and in tatters? But I want to tell you that if I am here 10 years later, the way I am, healthy and happy and feeling complete and peaceful, you can also make it. You just need to stand up again. Believe that things are going to be better. Believe that a chapter may have ended. It doesn't mean the book is over. There is another chapter. Indeed, I do not know of any book with just one chapter. Books are made of many chapters. And so your life will add up to something. And the most important thing is to hope, is to believe, is to trust, is to stand up, is to start a journey of 1,000 miles by one simple step. You may start that step in a shaky way, in a painful way. You may even fall after doing the first step. Rise up again, dust yourself, and continue. And you will walk 10 steps, 20 steps, 1 kilometer, and you will go a long, long way. So this is a story not to maybe bring some shame to my ex-husband or my ex-family. No, it is not in any way to glorify myself. It is just to say that we can all make it. You can make it. I can make it. We can make it. There is hope for you. There is hope for me. So as I celebrate my 10 years of being a single mom, I am happy and I am thankful to God, thankful to my friends who may be watching, and to people who have walked along the path with me. So thank you so much.